Hi, welcome to Drumchapel St.Andrew's virtual church. I hope things are good with you and I hope you find a way to keep your spirits up through this. I hope you're keeping well and I hope things are okay right now. We're now approaching a year of lockdown and it's been a challenging and a tough road. But it's good to feel that things are beginning to improve and hopefully over the next few months we'll see some easing of restrictions and some change in the way things are moving. So take care of yourself throughout this time. Welcome to our online church. Obviously for the next few weeks we will still be online only, and it's just good that you're checking in. It's lovely to connect with you and it's good to share with you as part of our online church family. Our theme for today is Afterglow, and I'd invite you during the service to click on the links for our various songs and videos. If you're watching on Facebook, then you'll find the links on the post below this one. If you're watching on YouTube, if you go right down to the bottom of the page, you'll find a comment section and I've posted all the links there. So please pause me and click on the links at the different parts in the service to make them work. Our first song today is Let There Be Love Shared Among Us. Please pause me and click on the link for our next video, which is titled Law Firm Hires Stray Kitten. For our church family, there are no stray cats. Everyone belongs. You don't belong because you've signed up. You don't belong because you're here every week. You don't belong because you give money. You belong because you're part of our church family. We call ourselves an affirming church because everyone is welcome, valued for who you are, and affirmed. Today's story is about shining. We don't always get how amazing we are, but you are made to shine. And when you shine, you give others permission to shine also. You are amazing. Let's do a prayer. God, it's so good to belong. And I have a sense that I belong to this church family. Thank you for somewhere we can belong to, where we are valued, accepted, affirmed for who we are, and encouraged to be all we can be. Amen. And please pause me, our next song is Fight Song. And please make yourself a part of our prayer. God, in this moment, I allow myself to shine. To shine not because of what I've done, but because of who I am. To shine without any shadows. They are behind me. I am a being of light. In this moment, I feel the affirmation of who I am. I believe in God, in myself, in those I love, in the future, in the universe. let go of the temptation to try to rewrite the past. I am not defined by the past, by circumstances, or by other people. In this moment, I watch the waves, peaceful and relaxing, but powerful and dangerous, giving and creating energy, sustaining life, gentle, destructive. I cannot describe waves. They are different in every moment. And I cannot describe my life. In this moment, I shine to bring about healing in my life and in the lives of those whom I encounter. As I shine, I allow myself to be vulnerable, because vulnerable is strong, not weak. I see light in the darkness, and I recognize that light comes from within me. A thought for those who feel imprisoned for whatever reason, and a prayer for freedom. A thought for those who are hurting. Hurt is a journey we all have to make, but a sad chapter does not make a sad story. A thought for our country and for our world in the face of continued battle against COVID-19. A thought for those who are lonely, facing mental health challenges, finding it hard to see a future. A thought for all who feel loss. Together, we will shine and write a brave new story. Amen. Our Bible story today is in the book of Mark, chapter 9, from verse 2 through 6. 6 days later, Jesus took with him Peter, James, and John, and led them up a high mountain where they were alone. As he looked on, a change came over Jesus, and his clothes became shining white, whiter than anyone in the world could wash them. Then the 3 disciples saw Elijah and Moses talking with Jesus. Peter spoke up and said to Jesus, "Teacher, how good it is that we're here. We'll make 3 tents, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." He and the others were so frightened that he didn't know what to say. And here's a quote from Hugh Laurie. "It's a terrible thing, I think, in life to wait until you're ready. I have this feeling that actually no one is ever ready to do anything. There is almost no such thing as ready. There is only now. And please pause me and listen to our next song, which is What a Friend We Have in Jesus. Last week we were looking at one of the temptation stories in the Bible. I think people often miss the point of these stories. The temptation isn't to do something bad. It's to not be who you're meant to be. These stories are not about good and bad. They're about life journey. And that's what makes them so significant. Today's story follows on pretty neatly after that. Jesus is at the top of a mountain with some of his friends, and suddenly he goes all glowy. Lots of miracle stories in the Bible are about healing, about making other people whole. This miracle story is about making yourself whole. It's affirmation of who you are. Talking about relationships, Susan Jeffers says, it takes two whole people to make a relationship, not two half people. Other people can enhance your life, enrich your life, inspire you, encourage you, affirm you. But ultimately, wholeness is about you. Did you see that YouTube clip about the lawyer who was doing a court case and activated a filter on his Zoom which made him become a talking cat? Brilliant. It's so worth checking it out if you get a chance. Sometimes that can happen in life. Not becoming a cat, obviously, but becoming what you don't want to be. Allowing other people to define you or make you react in ways that aren't you. And it can be hard to know how to get out of that pattern. What's Jesus' way of dealing with this? First, he takes a step back. Just breathe. Be who you are. Jesus climbs a mountain with some friends he trusts. Sometimes you need to just make space for yourself, away from everything else that's going on in your life. A moment just to be who you are. I was cycling along the canal path the other day, and at one point I had to move out to pass some people that were walking the other way. And when I did, I sort of went into the path of some other cyclists coming towards me. And as I was reaching them, this guy points at me and says, "Cycle on the left." And I want to say, look, I was just passing some of these people that were walking towards me there. But by that time, I am so far beyond them and they are way, way behind me that I can't shout back to them. But for the rest of that journey, I'm thinking about what I wanted to say to that guy. Why would I let that bother me? It doesn't matter what that guy thinks. Why would I care? I don't have to justify myself to him. I don't have to justify myself to anyone. Today's story is about affirmation of who you are. Stepping back and noticing the shining light that is you. Not in you, but you. It is you that is glowing. This is not about what you do. It's about who you are. You are not an observer. You are there fully, authentically. Please pause me and watch our next video, which is an advert, but it's a cameraman and a race. You are not here to watch someone else shine. You are here to live, to experience, to shine. Online dating can be a pretty surreal experience. Honestly, on the dating site I have signed up for, there are people who know nothing. I have taken it on myself to educate people on the dating site. Someone wrote last week, I am not looking for the next appointment at Gretna. Obviously, she didn't mean Gretna at all. She meant Gretna Green. The two places are completely separate. If you can't get that right, how can you expect to get a date? I correct people's spelling, grammar, use of am instead of I am, incorrect use of apostrophes. There is no apostrophe in that word. Split infinitives. You know, I've been on that dating site for a year and I still can't find someone to date me. Can't understand why that would be. This story is about you. In the story, Jesus talks to Elijah and Moses. What's the symbolism of this? Jesus talks to the past, acknowledges the past, but he's not bound to the past, and he doesn't try to rewrite the past. The disciples want to put up monuments to the past. Jesus doesn't. The past is in your heart. You can celebrate it, learn from it. You can smile or you can cry, but you can't rewrite it, and you can't let it determine your present or your future. I was looking on Amazon the other day, and in the review section it had best critical review. It's okay. That's it. 5 letters. Someone actually sat down and wrote a review saying it's okay. Sometimes that's the best we give ourselves. Today, I hope you'll see more than that. Today, I hope you will see yourself all glowy. take a moment to look in a mirror. And don't look at the things that you don't like about yourself, or the things that you want to change, or the things that you're unhappy with. Just look at you and see yourself glowing. You are awesome. That is the whole message of today's story. This is a powerful story. It is about how you see yourself. Affirmation, shining, being the best you can be. But it's not just about you. When you shine, you give others around you permission to shine. Please pause me for a moment and watch video, The Wisdom of Geese. A minion quote from Despicable Me. I was born to be awesome, not perfect. Let's do a prayer. God, sometimes I need to make space away from everything that's going on in my life. I need to make space to recognize that I am awesome, because sometimes I settle for okay. Sometimes I need to breathe deeply, shut out the world, and take in that I am glowy, not ordinary. Sometimes I need to understand my connections with the past, to talk, to celebrate, to learn from, to smile or to cry, but never to be determined by or tied to. I need to know that I don't have to justify myself to anyone. Sometimes I need to recognize that when I shine, I give those around me permission to shine. Amen. And please pause me for a moment and join me in a moment for reflection. And the bit of music that we're going to listen to is Gayatri Mantra in Oneness by Desert Rose. Thanks so much for checking in today. It's good to be with you. I hope that the week ahead is going to be a good one for you. Our closing song is One Moment in Time, and I've also linked our closing prayer. May God's blessing surround you today. Take care.